Ikigai, inspired summary introduction. Hello everyone, welcome back to Amarsikasha. Thank you for joining us once again on our journey of learning through books. Every great book offers a new way of looking at life, and today's book has inspired millions of people around the world to live with greater purpose, happiness, and peace. Today, we are exploring Ikigai, inspired by the ideas shared by Héctor García and Francesc Miralles. The Japanese word Ikigai can be understood as a reason to wake up each morning or a reason for being. It isn't about becoming rich or famous overnight. Instead, it encourages us to discover meaning in our daily lives through purpose, relationships, learning, health, and small moments of joy. Many people believe happiness comes after achieving success. But this book presents a different perspective. It suggests that happiness is often found in the way we live each day rather than in reaching a final destination. Throughout this video, we'll explore 10 inspiring lessons that can help us live with greater purpose, improve our well-being, strengthen our relationships, and appreciate the simple moments that make life meaningful. These ideas are not about changing your life overnight. They are about making small, thoughtful choices that gradually lead to a happier and more fulfilling life. Let's begin with the first lesson. 1. Discover your reason to wake up every morning. Every person wants a meaningful life. Some people search for happiness through money. Others search for success, recognition, or comfort. While these things can improve our lives, they rarely give us lasting fulfillment on their own. A meaningful life begins when we understand why we do what we do. Imagine waking up every morning excited to start your day. Not because every day is easy, but because you know your life has direction. That feeling is what many people describe as purpose. Purpose doesn't always have to be something extraordinary. For one person, it may be raising children with love and kindness. For another, it may be helping people through their work. Someone else may find purpose in creating art, teaching others, growing food, caring for family, or continuously learning new skills. Purpose is personal. It doesn't need to impress other people. It only needs to give meaning to your own life. Many people spend years comparing themselves with others. They believe they should follow the same career, earn the same income, or live the same lifestyle. But comparing your journey with someone else's often leads to frustration. Instead, ask yourself simple questions. What activities make me lose track of time? What kind of work makes me feel useful? When do I feel most alive? What positive difference do I want to make, even in a small way? The answers may not appear immediately. Finding purpose is not a race. It is a journey of learning more about yourself. Sometimes your purpose changes as your life changes. That is completely normal. The important thing is to continue growing instead of standing still. Purpose is also built through action. Many people wait until they feel completely confident before beginning something new. But confidence usually comes after taking action, not before it. If you enjoy writing, begin writing. If you enjoy learning, begin studying. If you enjoy helping people, start by helping one person today. Small actions often reveal a bigger purpose over time. Another important lesson is that purpose is found in contribution. When our actions improve someone else's life, even in a small way, we often experience deeper satisfaction than when we focus only on ourselves. A kind word. Helping a friend. Teaching a child. Supporting a family member. Listening to someone who feels lonely. These simple actions may seem ordinary, but they create meaning that lasts far longer than temporary success. Life is not measured only by what we achieve. It is also measured by how we grow, how we treat others, and how we spend our days. Purpose does not remove difficulties from life. Everyone experiences challenges, disappointment, and uncertainty. However, having a reason to continue moving forward makes those challenges easier to face. Think of purpose as the compass that guides you through life's changing seasons. Without a compass, every obstacle feels confusing. With a compass, even difficult roads have direction. The beautiful truth is that you do not have to discover your entire life's purpose today. Simply begin by living with curiosity. Learn something new. Help someone. Develop your skills. Take care of your health. Spend time with people you love. Over time, these small actions begin to connect like pieces of a puzzle. Eventually, you realize that purpose was not something you suddenly found. It was something you built, one meaningful day at a time. That is the first lesson of Ikigai. A meaningful life begins when you discover your own reason to wake up every morning and choose to live each day with intention, kindness, and purpose. 2. Never stop learning. One of the greatest gifts we have is the ability to learn throughout our lives. Learning is not something that ends after school or college. It is a lifelong journey that keeps our minds active, our skills growing, and our lives meaningful. Many people believe that once they reach a certain age, they no longer need to learn new things. But the happiest and most fulfilled people often remain curious no matter how old they are. They continue asking questions, reading books, trying new experiences, and improving themselves. Think about a tree. It continues to grow as long as it is healthy. In the same way, our minds continue to grow when we feed them with knowledge and new experiences. Learning does not always have to happen in a classroom. It can happen through reading a book, listening to a podcast, watching an educational video, talking with experienced people, or simply paying attention to the world around us. Every new skill you learn increases your confidence. Every lesson you understand makes you a little wiser than you were yesterday. The most successful people are not always the smartest people. They are often the ones who never stop learning. They understand that there is always something new to discover. Learning also helps us adapt to change. The world changes quickly. New technology, new careers, and new opportunities appear every year. Those who continue learning are better prepared for these changes. At the same time, learning keeps life exciting. Trying a new language, learning to cook, playing a musical instrument, or developing a new hobby gives our minds fresh energy and keeps us motivated. The goal is not to know everything. The goal is to keep growing. Instead of asking, "Am I good enough?" ask yourself, "What can I learn today?" Small lessons learned every day become great wisdom over time. The second lesson of Ikigai reminds us that a curious mind is one of the greatest sources of happiness. When we continue learning, we continue growing, and when we continue growing, life never stops offering new possibilities. 3. Stay active every day. Many people believe that staying healthy requires intense exercise or spending hours in the gym. But lasting health often comes from simple daily movement. Our bodies were designed to move. When we spend most of the day sitting, our bodies become weaker, our energy decreases, and our minds often become tired as well. You do not need to become an athlete to enjoy the benefits of movement. A short morning walk. Stretching for a few minutes. Gardening. Cycling. Playing with your children. Taking the stairs instead of the elevator. These simple activities may seem small, but when repeated every day, they make a big difference. Movement improves our physical health, but it also improves our mental well-being. It reduces stress, increases energy, helps us sleep better, and gives us a more positive outlook on life. Healthy people understand that movement is not punishment. It is a way of caring for the body that supports us every day. Being active also teaches discipline. Even when motivation is low, continuing a healthy routine builds consistency. As we grow older, staying active becomes even more important. Strong muscles, flexible joints, and good balance help us remain independent and enjoy life for many years. Remember that every step counts. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to keep moving. Instead of waiting for the perfect workout plan, begin with a small habit today. Walk around your neighborhood. Stretch after waking up. Take a short walk during your lunch break. Little by little, these simple actions become part of your lifestyle. Health is built one day at a time. The third lesson teaches us that movement is one of the simplest investments we can make in our future. A body that moves regularly supports a mind that stays energetic and hopeful. 4. Build strong relationships. A meaningful life is not built alone. No matter how successful we become, our happiness is deeply connected to the people around us. Family, friends, neighbors, colleagues, and our community all play an important role in our well-being. Think about your happiest memories. Most of them probably include other people. Sharing a meal with family. Laughing with friends. Helping someone in need. Celebrating an important moment together. These experiences remind us that true happiness often grows through connection rather than possessions. Strong relationships are built through small acts of kindness repeated over time. Listening carefully when someone speaks. Offering encouragement during difficult times. Saying thank you. Apologizing when we make mistakes. Showing appreciation. Being present instead of constantly looking at our phones. These simple actions build trust and strengthen relationships. Good relationships also help us during life's challenges. When problems arise, having someone who listens, supports, and encourages us makes difficult situations easier to face. At the same time, we should also become that supportive person for others. Helping someone does not always require money or special skills. Sometimes a smile, a kind conversation, or simply being available can make a huge difference. Healthy relationships also require forgiveness. No one is perfect. People make mistakes. Holding on to anger for years only creates unnecessary suffering. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting everything that happened. It means choosing peace over resentment and allowing yourself to move forward. Another important part of strong relationships is spending quality time together. In today's busy world, many people spend hours on social media but very little time having meaningful conversations. Real connection cannot be replaced by likes or messages. It grows through shared experiences, honest conversations, and genuine care. The fourth lesson reminds us that a meaningful life is not measured only by personal achievements. It is also measured by the love we give, the friendships we build, and the positive impact we have on the lives of others. When we care for our relationships with kindness, patience, and respect, we create a life that is richer, happier, and far more meaningful. 5. Live in the present moment. Many people spend their lives worrying about the future or regretting the past. They replay old mistakes in their minds or become anxious about things that haven't happened yet. As a result, they miss the only moment they truly have, the present. Living in the present does not mean ignoring your responsibilities or refusing to plan for the future. It means giving your full attention to what you are doing right now. When you eat, enjoy your meal instead of scrolling through your phone. When you talk to someone, truly listen instead of thinking about your next response. When you work, focus on one task instead of trying to do everything at once. The present moment is where life actually happens. Many people believe they will finally be happy after getting a better job, earning more money, or achieving a big goal. While these achievements can bring satisfaction, lasting happiness comes from appreciating today's moments. Take time to notice the beauty around you. The sunrise. The sound of birds. A peaceful walk. A warm conversation. These simple moments often become our most valuable memories. Mindfulness is simply paying attention without constantly judging or worrying. Even a few quiet minutes each day can help reduce stress and bring clarity to your mind. Life moves quickly. If we are always chasing tomorrow, we may never fully experience today. The fifth lesson reminds us that happiness is not only found in the future. It is also found in the way we experience this very moment. 6. Practice gratitude every day. It is easy to focus on what we don't have. A bigger house. A higher salary. A newer car. A better position. But no matter how much we achieve, there will always be something more to want. Gratitude changes our perspective. Instead of focusing on what is missing, we begin to appreciate what is already present. Good health. A loving family. Supportive friends. A safe place to live. The opportunity to learn and grow. These blessings often go unnoticed because we become used to them. Gratitude does not mean pretending life is perfect. Everyone experiences challenges and disappointments. Instead, gratitude reminds us that even during difficult times, there are still reasons to be thankful. One simple habit is to write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. They don't need to be extraordinary. A delicious meal. A kind smile. A productive day. A peaceful evening. Over time, this practice trains your mind to notice the positive instead of constantly searching for problems. Grateful people often experience greater peace because they spend less time comparing themselves with others. They understand that happiness grows from appreciation rather than endless desire. The 6th lesson teaches us that gratitude turns ordinary days into meaningful ones and helps us recognize the richness already present in our lives. 7. Keep life simple. Modern life often encourages us to believe that more is always better. More money. More possessions. More commitments. More distractions. But sometimes, having too much creates unnecessary stress. A simple life allows us to focus on what truly matters. Instead of filling every hour with activity, leave room for rest. Instead of buying things you don't need, invest in experiences and relationships. Instead of trying to please everyone, spend your energy on what aligns with your values. Simplicity does not mean giving up ambition. It means removing what is unnecessary so that what is important can receive your full attention. A cluttered home often creates a cluttered mind. A busy schedule can leave little time for family, health, or personal growth. Take time to organize your surroundings. Finish one task before starting another. Reduce unnecessary distractions. Protect your time. When life becomes simpler, it becomes easier to notice joy in everyday experiences. The 7th lesson reminds us that true wealth is not measured by how much we own but by how peacefully and purposefully we live. 8. Accept change and keep growing. Change is one of the few things we can always expect in life. Jobs change. Relationships change. Technology changes. Even we change over time. Many people resist change because it feels uncomfortable. But growth often begins where comfort ends. Every challenge teaches us something valuable if we are willing to learn. Instead of fearing change, ask yourself what opportunity it might bring. Perhaps losing one job leads to a better career. Perhaps moving to a new place helps you meet inspiring people. Perhaps overcoming a difficult period makes you stronger and wiser. Life is not about avoiding change. It is about adapting with courage and hope. A flexible mind finds possibilities where others only see obstacles. When we accept that change is part of life, we become less afraid of the unknown. The 8th lesson teaches us that growth happens when we embrace life's changes instead of resisting them. 9. Be resilient during difficult times. Every life includes setbacks. No one succeeds without facing disappointment, failure, or hardship. The difference is not whether problems appear. The difference is how we respond. Resilient people do not ignore pain. They acknowledge it, learn from it, and continue moving forward. Think of a bamboo tree. When strong winds blow, it bends instead of breaking. Its flexibility allows it to survive storms. People can develop the same strength. Every challenge teaches patience. Every mistake teaches wisdom. Every failure offers an opportunity to improve. During difficult moments, remember that no season lasts forever. Hard times eventually pass. What matters is continuing to take one small step forward. Ask for help when needed. Talk to people you trust. Take care of your physical and mental health. Most importantly, never lose hope. Your current situation does not define your entire future. The 9th lesson reminds us that resilience is not about never falling. It is about finding the strength to stand up again each time we fall. 10. Create a life filled with purpose. The final lesson brings together everything we have learned. A meaningful life is created through small daily choices. Learn continuously. Stay active. Build strong relationships. Live in the present. Practice gratitude. Keep life simple. Accept change. Remain resilient. None of these habits requires perfection. They only require consistency. Purpose is not something we discover once and never think about again. It grows as we continue learning, serving others, and becoming better versions of ourselves. Every day gives us a new opportunity to make choices that reflect the kind of person we want to become. You do not need to change your entire life today. Begin with one small improvement. Read one chapter. Take one walk. Help one person. Learn one new skill. Express gratitude for one blessing. These simple actions may seem ordinary today, but over months and years they create an extraordinary life. The final lesson of this inspired summary is simple: a happy and meaningful life is not built through one great achievement. It is built through thousands of small moments lived with purpose, kindness, curiosity, and gratitude.
Conclusion: as we come to the end of this journey, remember that the search for purpose is not about finding a perfect life. It is about living each day with intention and making the most of the time we have. A meaningful life is created through the choices we make, the people we care for, the habits we build, and the attitude we bring to each new day. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start with one small step. Keep learning, keep growing, and never stop searching for the things that bring meaning to your life. Thank you for watching and supporting Amarsikasha. If you enjoyed this book-inspired summary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring summaries of world-famous books. We'll be back soon with another powerful book and another journey of learning. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and keep growing.